Well,
here we are on YouTube, Nathan.
Here we are.
Yeah, it's really good to be here, and we'd like to welcome all our fellow fish heads.
Hey, you forgot to say welcome, our fish heads.
Welcome to the fish heads. We are doing our first studio version of a Phish song, so I'm kind of excited for that, to hear the studio sound of the band. We've done quite a few live, and this is a Patreon request. We should make that known. This is from Aaron. Thank you so much, Aaron, for this request on our Patreon account. This song is called You Enjoy Myself. That's a really kind of a grammatical tongue twister.
But you can do that when you name your song titles.
Yes, you can enjoy myself.
Grammar doesn't matter. Yeah, that's right.
No, grammar does not matter in song titles. It reminds me of that Austin Powers scene. Allow myself to introduce myself. I don't know why that always gets me. So you enjoy myself, Nathan, and let's do this.
I enjoy yourself.
Oh, I wanted to say, because we have Mr. Anonymous, we'll keep him anonymous, of course, but we want to let all of our Patreon and Phish listeners know, and the commenters below, because there's been some negative comments in some of our Phish videos, that because it's a Patreon request, that Nathan and I are acting or pretending to like the band. No, we've got some videos in the pipeline from other bands. We assure you, when we don't really like something, even if it's a Patreon request, we make it known. We don't do it in a rude way, but we do it in an honest way. Like, oh, that song wasn't for us. It just isn't our thing, or whatever it might be. Mm-hmm. Nathan will like songs better than me, and vice versa. So no, we're always honest, and I know I have, and I think Nathan has too. We've genuinely enjoyed the Phish experience. It's kind of right up our alley. It's got cleverness, fun. It's got rockability, but it's got all these different things. I think it's keeping me entertained. It's not boring, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, certainly not boring. It's a new band that I've slowly acquired more taste for, and I know that's a running joke, but it's a true statement. It's something that I've learned to really appreciate more and more each time, and I look forward to learning about. I mean, some of the comments about things like, how jazz works. I was trying to describe something, I had no idea what it is, and then someone explained to me what that is, what that term is, and it's great. Love that.
Yeah, I read that and I skim over it. All right, let's I just want to hear how awesome I am. That's all I want to hear. Okay, Nathan, let's go.
I'm ready. Here goes.
Anyone's wondering, I'm just looking at the lyrics on my phone. That's all I'm doing. Oh, there isn't very many lyrics. People are going to laugh when they... there's like 8 words. Okay. apparently, Nathan, is the most played and one of the most beloved songs in Phish's catalog. According to Phish.net. Yeah. Here's the lyrics. Sorry, boy. It was the first one.
Man. God.
I love funk.
Shit. Wash your feet and drive me to Valente. Wash your feet and drive me to Valente.
It's Wash You Feezy, Try Me to
Wash your
Frenzy.
feet and drive me to Valente.
I think it's more like a scatological sound or something.
Boy, man. Wash your face and drive me to Firenze. Wash your face and drive me to Firenze. Boy, man. Wash your face and drive me to Firenze. Wash your face and drive me to Firenze. Wash your feet 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 and drive me to Firenze.
Some of those bass lines are just so like well timed.
Oh, this is their debut album. It was released by the band without support from a record label.
Wash your face and drive me to Firenze. Wash your face and drive me to Firenze. Wash your face and drive me to Firenze.
Wow, there you go.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah, so I'm just reading along here. So what I really like too is that these guys, this is their debut album. Now they had a couple EPs before this one. But this is I guess their debut full length album. 2 hours long.
The debut album?
Yeah.
Oh.
122 minutes. That's crazy.
As I was listening, because now that we've got a bit of Phish under our belt, we actually understand a bit about how they, what they look like on stage, and how that all feels
Yeah.
to be at a Phish concert, not in person, but virtually.
We can comprehend it. We're able to comprehend it. Yeah.
Exactly. That could be pulled off live very easily. And what I thought as I was listening to it was, are they making this up as they're going
Even
along?
in this, I don't know. Even in the studio.
Yeah. And if so, that's amazing.
That's the question that our Phish heads can maybe tell us in the comments. I'm sure they'll know. Like,
Yeah.
But I don't know how music is done. I don't get it. I know people write songs, compose. I understand that there's a composition, but I gotta wonder with a band like this is because it's so intricate and so crazy. Do they must have some sort of idea, or do they just, because they do have some, a lot of songs do have lyrics, so they're gonna have to sing at some point during the song properly. But you gotta wonder how much of this song was a bit of a, was this take 1 or take 100? Who knows?
Right. And to me, knowing how they seem to be such excellent improvisers on stage, and they just kind of like go with things, you got to wonder, how did that song come together? And I would not, knowing how good they are on stage, I wouldn't be surprised if that was like take 3.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, this was their debut full-length album.
That was
The
excellent.
album, it's 2 hour. Can you imagine the studio, like 2 hours? Judas Priest.
That's what I like about doing these videos, is when we come across songs and things that are like, oh, there's an incredible one. Then I get to like add it to my iTunes afterwards, and actually, like, I mean, I have iTunes, whatever. I have the music, but like to add it to my phone where it'll come up on a repeatable song. Yeah, that's going in there.
Yeah, that was awesome. I enjoyed that. It was good to listen to a studio version as well, because now I feel like we can do studio as well as live. Like we can go back and forth depending on the request or whatever it is. But just now we know what they look like on stage and how they are and what have you. What I also like is, so the same guys, same 4 guys. I always it doesn't surprise me. I don't know why I should say that. Like, why does it not surprise me to see same 4 guys? But they just seem like they probably just get along.
Yeah.
You don't think that any one of them has an ego or, oh, I got to be the leader of the band. Because band after band, I mean, it doesn't matter. You name the band. Very few would just like put your egos at the door and just play music.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that translates to the fan base, where these are the 4 guys that started the band, and they're the 4 guys in the band now.
Yeah, I bet it does.
I mean, maybe they had some early members, but this album here is the same 4 guys: Trey, Mike, Paige, and John. And somebody did say in their comments that John was the Fishman. It was after his name.
That's the origin of the band. Yeah.
We're like, we just can't name it Fish with an F. We got to be silly. PH.
I would say probably with music that's like this, where it's a lot of improvised music, people who like jazz, they don't just like jazz, they love jazz, and they love it so much that like they would, give up home and country to be able to hear it, let alone play it. So to be a part of a band that does what they're doing, I'm assuming that's the key glue that's holding this band together. It's just that they get to play this kind of music,
All right, I'm just reading. I was listening to you because I know people were in the comments. But there were 2 past members, a Jeff Holdsworth and a Mark Daubert. I'll go back and read about that, but it looks like they at least weren't on the debut album. So there was probably, the old forming the band, but somebody's got, I don't think this is going to work out for me, guys. I'm going to go to college. You always hear about the poor guy who decided to go to school, or my wife won't let me practice in the garage with you anymore. And then they become international bestsellers. Oh, you hear about that. Yeah, you hear about that stuff where they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. We're just a little silly rock and roll band, and off they go. All right, well, thanks, everyone. Well, that was Phish. Thank you, Aaron, for that Patreon request. And if you want to get your request or check out our tiers, go to our Patreon, or you can use us on PayPal as well, whatever you prefer.
Yes.
Well,
thank you once again, all of you who keep us supported. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, now we don't have to pretend to like it anymore. Did you turn off the camera? Oh, that's embarrassing.
No.
Oh, man. Okay, next time, warn me.
Okay.
Somebody help me.